Life coaching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that all about? Huh. At some points in people's lives, they end up coming at to what they call a crossroads. So everything in life seems to be going crazy. It's not going where they wanted to go. I wanted to go here, and life is saying, no, we gotta go this way. It's good to have me as a life coach because um, it's not just about life coaching. It's about listening to what you have to say, realizing some belief systems, looking at the emotional aspects, because a lot of the times we get caught up in our emotions, and they're not bad things, emotions, but sometimes if you imagine emotions being like a wave where we surf on, we tend to want to get that perfect wave and then we could just ride it into eternity, when emotions aren't like that. They're waves, they're ripples. They come and they go, they come and they go. So it's just allowing those emotions to come, ride them, and when they die down, you come back and you go back out and you find another wave again. It's working on all of those aspects and having a coach there. We go through weekly talks. We have tasks during the weeks to do, so that you get this thing and you learn to find the inner strength in yourself to make the best decisions, because we all try to look to the outside for the answers when all the answers are within. It's getting acquainted with yourself in such a deep and connective way that you can view the world completely different, and you can make the best decisions and go forward wherever you want to go. I've spent a lot of my life just listening. I grew up where my parents, or I just grew up with my mom, and my mom would always tell me as a child was, sit still, be quiet. As I got older, it became ingrained that I had to be quiet and had to be still. So I guess from the age from like 10 on onwards, I just didn't really speak a lot. And sometimes I was in the air and just thinking about daydreaming, stuff like that, because I'm also very creative. But I was listening to people, I was observing, and I was looking at a lot of what people were doing and saying. So I have a large portion of my life was just listening non-stop. So then at some point I had to start speaking as well and start communicating, and that's one of the best qualities I think as a person who's being a life coach, is to be able to listen and not just listen on, oh, I heard what you're saying, but actually listen, because we talk in layers. We talk, when we say one thing, we actually mean something that's much deeper. So I'm able to listen, to hear those things that are between the lines, as they say. This process is not a quick process. It takes time, and just how you've lived up to 30 years, 25 years, 40 years in your life of thinking one way, it's not going to be quick to just go away after just doing something or reading a book or something like that. For some, it's probably that quick, but for many, it takes a little while, and I'm there to be by your side and get through those mental and emotional blocks that, once they're identified, healed, and felt, your reality will completely shift. Any age is possible, as long as you have a calling to do something that requires your heart's intent. Like, if you really want to, that there's something inside of you yearning to be created, and you don't know exactly what it is. Working with me, we can get in there and figure out what that is and how to go about it. Because of course there's all this talk about, oh, you can do your dreams and do this, but you have to be practical about this. You need the things that are going to pay your bills and stuff like that. I won't exactly tell you to quit your job, but to use it as a tool to go towards what it is that you want out of life, and not to see your day job as something that is going to pull you down, but could actually support you into where you want to go. And once you're in there, in your life purpose, in your dream, with that perfect person, having that promotion, then you're going to be amazed by what you see. I don't know what you're going to see, but you can tell me when you see it. I go about life hearing people always saying, I can't, I can't, I can't, when that's completely untrue. You can. And having someone there to motivate you and tell you that you can definitely propel you, skyrocket you to the planet of your dreams, wherever that is.